We live in a world where people are so afraid of being disliked that they would rather change their whole personality than accept the fact there is somebody out there who dislikes them. We are all guilty of this. Just by this deep-rooted desire to be liked by everyone. Sometimes we even choose a career we do not want. And we also choose to hang out with people we barely could stand. And for what? And that is how we lose every little sense of self-respect. And even then there are people who dislike you and there are people who dislike me. It is true that nobody wishes to be disliked. But look at it this way. What should one do to not be disliked by anyone? There's only one answer. It is to constantly gauge other people's feelings while swearing loyalty to all of them. If there are 10 people, then you have to swear loyalty to all 10 of them. You're nothing but a politician who has fallen into populism. The people who wanna be liked by everyone are the most miserable people of all. Why? Because one person's disapproval can tear them apart. Some people deal with disapproval in a very different way. They would rather start an argument or a fight and suppress any little opposing force. There's an old saying, if a king condemns a gesture, then that king is a tyrant. So what you should do when somebody dislikes you? The most ideal way is to be okay with it. Just have the courage to be disliked. Courage is not about becoming indifferent to dislike or disapproval. It's more like moving ahead while accepting the opposing force. I'm not saying start doing things that everyone dislikes. Just be courageous enough to do what you do despite being disliked. Only then you can truly achieve real freedom in this world. That is known as the psychology of courage by Adler. So let me give a brief introduction to Adler's psychology and who was Adler. Alfred Adler was a physician, psychotherapist, and the founder of Adlerian psychology, sometimes called individual psychology, which is also called the psychology of courage. Adler is often considered one of the big three founders of psychotherapy alongside Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung. This whole video is a brief summary of Adlerian psychology. Adlerian psychology emphasizes the importance of overcoming feelings of inferiority and gaining a sense of belonging in order to achieve success and happiness. Anyway, let's head back to our video. Why do we dislike ourselves? Sometimes in life we feel like we are not enough, we are not worth it. We are an unwanted loser, a piece of shit. These feelings are termed as the feelings of inferiority in Adlerian psychology. Do not fear these emotions. They serve you immensely. The point is not to get rid of these emotions. You won't find a single person on this earth who are not suffering from these feelings of inferiority. The point is to acknowledge them and keep striving despite feeling like not enough. That's the purpose of all these emotions, to push you forward. They are like a launch pad. So next time when you feel like you're not enough, you're not worth it, do not plan your escape. Let those feelings hit you. They will make you aware what you have to do next in your life. We come into this universe as a helpless being, and we all have this universal desire to escape that helpless state. Adler called this the pursuit of superiority. In the pursuit of superiority, we are constantly suffering from the feelings of inferiority. The pursuit of superiority and the feelings of inferiority are not problems or diseases. But sometimes we lose the courage to move forward and cling on to our current familiar state. We cannot accept the fact that our life can be changed by making realistic efforts. When people say things like, even if I tried, I wouldn't stand a chance. This feeling of giving up without even trying is known as inferiority complex. And inferiority complex is a serious condition, guys, where a person gives up without even trying. They will often say things like, I'm not that smart, so I won't succeed. I don't have this, so I can't do that. I'm not that attractive, so I won't be able to become an actor. I don't have A, so I can't do B. There's a pattern here. Your life is decided here and now. I know you all have gone down this road many times before. So let's play this game again for the sake of this discussion. If only I were born as him or her, my life would have been so much better. He or she has it so easy. Why am I the only one suffering? I know you all have thought about this. So when you say, if only I were born as him or her, my life would have been so much better, it means that you are not happy right now, right? Say you could snap your fingers and become whoever you want to be. I bet you would still feel the same way. Not in the right body or circumstances. Because you are so hung up on what you don't have, you forget how to make most of what you have. It's this perspective of lack or victim mentality that is stopping your growth. I'm not saying there are no victims. There are definitely victims. So many terrible things happening all around the world. But you won't be able to grow as a person in this mentality. Nobody is coming to save you. We waste so much of our time fixating on things that can never be changed. Why not focus on things that we can change? Sure, we didn't get to choose the kind of financial circumstances we were born into. But who's responsible for now and the time that is coming? This is when I had a major epiphany and I realized true meaning of self-acceptance. acceptance. So self-acceptance is it's okay for you to be you. You don't have to be anybody else, not just the way you are. Because you could be so much better, incomparably better, across multi-dimensions. You have so much life ahead of you. And in pursuing that better, you will find real meaning of your life. So take responsibility for who you are as if there is no escape from this reality. This leads to another favorite quote of mine. God grants me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to tell the difference. Let's talk about the sibling of self-acceptance, which is self-affirmation. So self-affirmations is making suggestions like I can do it, even though I'm not sure if I can or can't. It is a tool which is of a great value when you are about to do something which you have never done. But this tool can develop a superiority complex where a person are so afraid to accept their lesser self that they start believing that they are superior. So I was watching one of Dwayne Johnson motivational videos where he was saying, my only competition is with me, I only compete with myself. I have heard a lot of people say this many times before, but I never truly understood why someone wouldn't wanna compete with anyone. I mean, I understand Dwayne Johnson doesn't wanna, but still, it sounded a little too narcissistic for me. But obviously I was ignorant. So this phrase reflects true meaning of self-acceptance and healthy feelings of inferiority. So according to Adlerian psychology, a healthy feeling of inferiority doesn't come by comparing yourself to others, but by comparing yourself to your ideal self. This is one of the reasons why you should have a best version of yourself in writing. So you could compare your current self to your ideal self. Am I there yet? Be as specific as you can be. Like, my ideal self will be financially independent. He will have this much money in his account. He will be wealthy, healthy, whatever you are looking for. Sometimes what happens is we read something and find it incredibly profound. But when we share with the people around us, they don't share the same feeling or excitement. And we get discouraged and put down the whole notion to bed, thinking maybe it wasn't that deep. But that is not true. What is actually happening is that we are all going different phases of life. Some people have the same realization long after in their life, and for some people it's just not matter of concern. It's like we all can be reading the same book but highlighting different passages, drawing different conclusions. So next time when you find something incredibly profound and meaningful to you, write it down, save it somewhere else. Our personal truth matters a lot. Our perception matters a lot. So you have just heard the concise summary of The Courage to be Disliked by Ichiro, Kishimi and Fumitake, Koga. I hope I am pronouncing their name right, and I hope you learned something today. Give this video a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. As always, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.